Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a brief preview of some of the items that I'm going to be featuring on the channel over the next couple of months. There's just so many good items that I'm currently testing out that I couldn't wait that long to at least give a little bit of a tease of what's coming up. So hopefully this type of video is enjoyable. Also, I'd be curious to hear which of these you're most excited to see the full review for, so let me know in the comments below. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. First up, we have the Bellroy Desk Caddy, which is a newer tech and EDC organizer from Bellroy. I really love a lot of the pouches that they've released in the past, particularly their classic pouch. I just really love the simplicity of it, the aesthetic, and the Desk Caddy has a lot of those same sort of design principles, and it's a compelling alternative to something like the Evergood Civic Access pouch, which I featured a little while back on the channel. That's been one of my favorite organizers, particularly with how well it just stands up on a desk and how much it's able to hold. But that one can be a little bit bulky and stiff depending on what you're carrying. It can take up a lot of space in your bag, and so the Desk Caddy is an excellent alternative if you want something that has a similar sort of style where you can open it up flat, place it on your desk, have easy visibility into anything that you need to grab, but it's not going to take up as much space in your bag, and it's also less rigid, so it can really pack down into a tighter or smaller bag if you need it to. It's not going to offer necessarily the same level of padding as the Civic Access pouch, but again, if you like this sort of form factor or you really like Bellroy's aesthetics, this is going to be a fantastic one to check out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a dedicated video for this one necessarily. I might feature it in more of a roundup of some of my favorite newer tech pouches, but if you'd like to see a detailed walkthrough of the Bellroy Desk Caddy, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Up next, we have a few new sling bags from Instinct. We featured Instinct a few times on the channel in the past. We looked at their Pro Camera Sling Bag, which was a great minimal solution for holding the camera gear that you need to access more regularly. We've also featured their Travel Backpack System on the channel, which was just a great organizational and modular system. And now they have their Tech and Trek Sling, as well as a smaller, more minimal kind of pouch and sling hybrid. And these are really interesting, particularly as sling bags become more popular on the market as an EDC solution when you don't want to hold as much stuff. You know, you have a backpack. I really love the feature set and materials that Instinct is using on these. These have an X-Pack fabric, which I'm always a fan of because it offers a lot of weather resistance and it just has a cool texture. Aqua-guarded zippers that are going to keep all of your stuff protected. Some nice internal organizational options, slip pockets and such. This is going to be, you know, the ideal size for holding your phone, your wallet, a portable battery, sunglasses, all those things that you don't want to necessarily have in your pockets, but that don't take up a backpack. And then they also have this much smaller sort of bag that can be a shoulder bag or a simple organizational pouch. Very minimal, same types of materials. So, you know, just some really durable and versatile sling bag options. If you're looking for something simple that's going to be able to hold your stuff, these may be good to check out. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably know that I'm a big fan of GORUCK in general. I absolutely love the GR1 and GR2 as EDC and travel backpacks. And recently, I actually had a chance to test out their Jedburgh boots, so it's great to see that they bring the same level of thoughtfulness and quality to their footwear as their backpack. And now they have their Ballistic trainer shoes, which I've started to test out. And these are going to be really great kind of versatile training and rucking shoes. They're super comfortable, they're durable. There's a lot of, you know, information on the company site into what goes into the sole and, you know, protection that's included in these shoes. You can definitely feel it, especially when I'm wearing a heavier ruck and walking for a longer period of time. I've started to notice some of the comfort that's been incorporated here. The exterior of the shoes is also very durable and meant to be used for, you know, more high intensity activities such as rope climbing. Can't say that I do a ton of that, sadly. I don't know if I'm strong enough, but it's great to know that these shoes are going to be able to handle probably whatever I throw at it. So I'm just starting to test these out now. I'll definitely be putting them, you know, through a lot of miles of walking and jogging and other types of exercise, and we'll definitely catch everyone up once the full review comes out. But if you're looking for a comfortable and durable pair of training shoes, so far these have been really solid. Moving into backpacks, this is the area that I'm most excited about as I have some really fantastic options that I've started to test out. The first one here is the Peter McKinnon EDC backpack. We featured the travel size version of this bag on the channel in the past. It was really a solid bag, but quite big for everyday usage, especially since I don't really have a ton of camera gear. So I was excited when a smaller size was announced. I know this has been, kind of delayed as far as getting the Kickstarters out to people. It just became available on Amazon and Nomadic sites, so I picked it up. And honestly, on first impressions, I really liked it. I love the smaller size, and it just has so many of the things that I look for in a solid everyday bag. Definitely go into a lot of detail on this when I do the full review, but it has the water bottle pockets, a comfortable harness system, it stands up well on its own, good laptop protection. Now, the Peter McKinnon aspect of this has been a little polarizing, I've noticed. Not everybody is a huge fan of all the branding or the aesthetic, but for me personally, I'm a big Peter McKinnon fan. I really love his content. He's been a big inspiration to me, so excited to see sort of his representation on this bag, and just on a bag as its own. Seems like it's gonna be really interesting to use, so make sure to check back in when I do the full review to see how it is held up over longer term testing. Alpha 19er is a company that makes some very solid bags. I absolutely love the Stealth Cobra Carryology collaboration that they did a little while back. We did an in-depth video for that on the channel. I'm hoping to check out the regular version of the Evade Full in the future, but in the meantime, I have the Whitley pack, which is the newest offering from the company, and it is a fantastic minimal EDC pack on first impressions. It really just checks off all the boxes for what I would be looking for out of a compact daily bag, clamshell style opening, super comfortable harness system, great organizational layout without going overboard, suspended laptop compartment, and just a very subdued and minimal aesthetic that definitely speaks to the type of look that I always am a big fan of on EDC packs. So excited to dive further into this. It feels great on first impressions, very solidly built as we've come to expect from Alpha 19er, and I'm excited to put this to the test and pack this out and show you all the different ways that it can be put to use over the next few months. Vanquish is another big name in the everyday carry community. In the past, we've looked at their Addicts backpack, which was very kind of minimal and sleek while still offering the same level of organization and modularity that Vanquish's bags are known for. It was solidly built, and I'm excited to have a chance to now test out their Trident backpack, which is a really versatile EDC bag that can also work as a camera backpack. There's a ton of ways that you can configure this bag with Vanquish's accessories. You can take the camera dividers out and just use it as a regular EDC bag. It has a laptop protection, a ton of organization all throughout. It's got a little bit more of a tactical vibe as it has some webbing, lots of pocketing. So if you're somebody who likes to have a specific spot for anything that you might be carrying with you and you're looking for something that's very rugged and comfortable, I'm just super excited to put this harness system to the test. Look how thick these straps are. You have a big back panel here with a lot of breathability. So gonna be putting this to the test with a lot of weight, testing out all the configurations that you can do for how you can organize this and get to your stuff easily. So make sure to stay tuned for the full review on this as well. One of the bags that has most surprised me upon first impressions is the Solgaard Lifepack Endeavor. This is a really interesting hybrid backpack. It's able to expand and compress, so it works well for EDC and minimal travel. It has some interesting organizational options. I really like the modern and sort of techie aesthetic that this has. Reminds me a little bit of an in-case or an airtight bag. It's got a comfortable harness system, stands up well on its own, luggage pass-through, so really checking a lot of the boxes for what I look for in an ideal everyday carry bag, and the fact that it expands is just a huge bonus. It gives you a ton of space. I can't wait to really load it out with all the items that I might travel with. They also have a closet-like accessory similar to what we saw with the Tropic Feel shell, so that you can just easily unpack everything, hang that shelf up in a hotel or something like that and be able to reach everything that you need. So really interesting system overall. The bag feels well built. It is a little bit on the pricier end, but I'm very excited to see how it performs as a hybrid EDC and minimal travel bag. And then one of the bags that I have been super excited to try out ever since they were announced is the Yeti Crossroads 27 liter pack. They offer this in 3 different sizes, a 22 liter, a 35 liter, and a 27 liter, and all of those look great, but the 27 liter from the beginning has been the one that most caught my eye, as it seemed to strike a very good balance between giving you some extra capacity and features while not being overwhelmingly big for everyday carry. These bags feel super well built. Yeti, of course, is known for making high quality and durable products. I've very familiar with their brand over the years, and so really exciting to see what they're doing with backpacks. And these are meant to be sort of more outdoorsy type packs that you could take into any environment, but they're not so overwhelmingly technical that I wouldn't be uncomfortable using this in the city or on campus. Great organizational layout on this, lots of pockets, well suspended laptop compartment. You have straps around the outside that will allow you to hold larger accessories. Everything is protected from the elements, aqua guards on the zippers. The harness system is interesting. I'll be curious to see how this performs in more real world tests. The straps feel a little bit thinner than what I would like to see for a bag of this size, as well as the back paneling, but it may prove different as after I've had a chance to load this out and wear it for several hours on end and all that. It's got a luggage pass through. The aesthetic is pretty cool overall. The colors here are going to be blue, red, black, and the one that I have here is called Alpine Brown. Upon first impression, it does look a little bit kind of orangish to me, but regardless, it's a bag that I'm excited to wear. Again, it feels solidly built, and I'll be excited to kind of showcase all the different things that this has to offer very soon. And so that's it. Those are just some of the items that I'm going to be featuring on the channel over the next couple of months. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and are excited to see some of these items in a little bit more detail. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions on the items that I mentioned, or if you have suggestions for other similar items that I should feature in the future. And as always, I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.